Hey, everybody. Happy New Year and welcome to 2026. And also, welcome back to another episode of the Bestie Advice. Hey, y'all. Hey, besties out there.
Yay.
We are in a brand new year. Can you all believe it? We're in 2026. God has brought us all the way through 2025, and He has graced us and allowed us to see a brand new year. So I am your host, Karan Hayes, along with my bestie, Dr. Irene Abrams. Hey, girl.
Hey, bestie. Happy New Year.
You all. As we always do, we like to kick off the new year talking about lessons, y'all, that we learned in the previous year. And we have learned many things. Now, don't get me wrong. 2025, there were a lot of highs, but there were also some lows. But through it all, through everything, I believe, Irene, everything that we have gone through, God has been there with us through it all, gracing us, comforting us, being by our side, not forsaking us, but also He's taught us several things throughout the things that we have gone through. I am thankful. I'm thankful for the lessons. I really
Yeah.
am.
Mhm.
Sometimes being in the midst of things, y'all, let's just be honest, they can be hard. You be ready to fight somebody, you be ready to cuss somebody out, you be ready to give up. Like really, you're ready to give up. You're asking,
Mhm.
why me, Lord? Why me? Why me, Lord? But then when you come out on the other side, it's like, oh, that's why it was me, Lord.
Yes. Yes.
Look, watch this. Then other times it's like, yeah, I still don't know why it was me, but I thank you, Lord. I thank you that you actually brought me out of whatever it was that I was in. So, y'all, again, we are going to be talking today about our lessons learned in 2025. And I am going to go ahead and kick it off with the first lesson that I have learned. Oh, I have learned about loyalty, and
Mm-hmm.
that loyalty um, is not a behavior that you're born with. Loyalty is an actual learned behavior. You're taught to be loyal. What you see in front of you, some of the things you may read through life's experiences. Loyalty is a learned behavior. And y'all know that song by Chris Brown. I'm not going to quote it, but just know this. Everybody is not loyal. Let's just be honest. But you know what? Even when other people are not loyal, you still don't be discouraged. You still continue to be loyal to those that are around you. You still continue to be loyal to your tasks, loyal to your family, loyal to your friends, loyal to your family. And then just keep the mindset of I am going to continue to treat people and be loyal to people the way that I want people to be loyal to me. And that is one of the biggest things that I had to learn. Like, dang, everybody not loyal. I thought she was, I thought he was. But when I tell you, my girlfriend says it all the time, time will tell, time will tell. You get into certain situations and it's like, dang, what she, you looking behind you like, where'd it go? Where'd
Mm-hmm.
it go? But I am going to continue this year. Look, that could be a goal right there. I am going to
Right.
continue this year to being loyal to
Mm-hmm.
people, loyal to my
Mm-hmm.
real friends,
Right. Right.
loyal to my family, loyal to my assignment in spite of. And you know who's the best person out there that's a good example of one that is loyal? That's God.
Mm-hmm.
God is always loyal to us. I mean, because we mess up, we get mad at him, we turn our backs on him. And you know what? He's still right there. When we turn back
He never
around, he's right
fails.
there.
No,
Never
he never
fails
fails.
us. I mean, we
Mm-mm.
showing out, showing our tails. but he's still right there.
Yeah.
So again, something that I learned is that loyalty, it is a learned behavior. It's something that you learn. And then also, everybody is not loyal, but I can't allow that to discourage me. I got to keep on keeping on.
No,
Sometimes it can
that's
be
true.
hard, but I got to keep on keeping on, Irene. What about
No,
you,
that's
girl?
good. No, that's
Yeah.
a tough lesson to learn
Mm-hmm.
about
Mm-hmm.
loyalty. So
Yeah.
that's why you have to keep your circle like so small.
Tights. Tights.
Yeah, I'm just
Tights.
glad we locked in, girl. We locked in.
Yes, yes, yes.
So, a lesson that I learned is kind of similar, a little bit to what Karen just said, but I was just telling her before we started recording. My biggest lesson in 2026 I learned is silence without boundaries is permission for disrespect.
Yeah.
And I really had to learn that just because I don't say something, I used to think, well, I'm just keeping the peace. Like, I'm not going to
Yeah.
say anything. I'm just keeping the peace. I don't, I've said it before, I'm not a person to really argue. I don't like that
Yeah.
energy around me.
Yeah.
However, I've learned
Yeah.
that silence without boundaries is permission for disrespect, and I refuse to be disrespected. I've made a
Yeah.
hard line in the sand this year in
Yeah.
2026 based off what I've learned in 2025. I will refuse to be silent, and I refuse to have people disrespect me because silence isn't always peace. And
Mm-hmm.
so I've learned that the hard way. So my lesson learned. So moving forward,
Mm-hmm.
I'm definitely going to be shifting some things and do some things different because I
Yeah.
think I allowed people to take my silence or my meekness for weakness, and that's not me at
Mm-hmm.
all. And so that
Yeah.
is definitely a lesson that I've learned in 2025 and a goal for 2026.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And that's I am in
Boundary
total
setting.
agreement with it. Oh, okay. Okay. Because even with that whole silence thing, that silence is actually linked to loyalty too. Silence in the sense of when you sitting back and you're not saying anything. Oh, I didn't say anything, but I'm gonna need you to say something. Open up when something is off and you know you need to say something, open up your mouth and say something. When the Holy
Right.
Spirit is prompting you, sometimes you can't just, I walked away. Sometimes you just can't walk away. Sometimes you got to
Yeah.
say what God is saying, say it to him, then you walk away after that. But God places us in situations all the time. And it's like, well, I'm not going to say anything, but you're there for a reason. So no.
Right.
And then he's talking to you. And I know you know about this, Irene. The Holy Spirit is talking to you. You think he's just talking to you because he just want to talk to you? I mean, he does. But
Right.
a lot of times he wants us to say, I'm saying this to you so you can speak for me.
You have to be
So
bold.
yeah,
And
I'm gonna
yeah.
need you to say something that no, not all the
And
time.
you know what? And along those lines, my grandmother used to always tell me, like, if you don't stand for something, you fall for anything.
Yes, absolutely.
And um,
Absolutely.
I always stood my ground when it came to my morals, but
Yes.
um, I've been silent for long enough, and I
Mm-hmm.
realize that I've given permission for some things to happen, and that's not going to happen again.
No, hmm,
Yeah.
hmm, hmm, hmm. I'm with you on that one. Okay, girl. My next one is hold on and ride the waves of life.
Yes.
Um, and that trust that God is in control. So me personally, I have had a lot of waves. You know, sometimes the water was peaceful, just ooh, it was riding the waves. And then other times it was just like, I mean, here comes it was like the wind just came and water was everywhere. But to be able to get into that boat with God and trust that He has control, that's what I've had to do. Like being out there, you trying to swim. Look, I'm out there. What do you call them boards?
Those paddle boards.
The pattern, but the ones what they be doing a little
Right, like the surfboards.
surfboards.
Yeah.
I'm out there, I'm on the surfboard. Girl, get your tail off that board and get in this boat. So I have to trust that God is in control no matter how tall the waves are, no matter how strong the waves are, that God is in control. And I have had to, when I say sit down, and really think about that thing because a lot of times when we are in the midst of situations, we're trying to figure stuff out for God. We're trying to figure people out for God. And He didn't tell us to do that. He said, "Come unto me." So, the only thing He wants us to do, come unto Him, cast our cares, and trust that He's got it in control. So, that's what I have had to do. I have had to learn to ride the waves of life and trust that God has all power in His hand and that He is in full control. It was not an easy task, and I'm still learning every day because it's always new lessons, new things come up. But just knowing at the end of the day that God is in full control. And nothing surprises Him.
Nothing
Situations
surprised
don't
me.
surprise Him. People don't surprise Him. Shoot, we don't surprise Him. Well, He already know. So trust the one that knows already, which is
That's
God.
good.
So, yeah,
I
that
love
was a
that.
big one.
I know. Hey, I'm with you about that whole surfboard. Trust me,
Yes,
I understand. So,
yes,
a lesson that I learned in 2025 is rest is a strategy. It's not a reward.
yes.
And for me, it's just discovering that exhaustion isn't a badge of honor. When
Hmm.
you don't need anybody's permission to rest.
Yeah.
Rest is a weapon. It's a weapon of warfare. And so
Yes.
rest sharpens your discernment, it improves your
Yes.
decision making, it preserves your joy, and it really helps you become a better leader and a better person. And
Yes.
that was something that I learned. I was exhausted a lot, and I thought it
Hmm.
was like a vitamin deficiency. And I went to the doctor. I thought it was a lot of different things. And
Yeah.
she ran like my blood panel and different things like that, and she was like, actually, you're in the best health you've been in a while.
Hmm.
And I lost weight. Like, it was a lot of good
Yeah.
healthy signs, and I'm
Yeah.
still going to continue down that path. She's like, you just need to rest.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and God really began to minister to me because I my sleep had gotten thrown off. I was going through a lot of insomnia. I felt like I wasn't working hard enough.
Yeah.
Like Kiran and I both, we have a lot of things going on, a lot of irons in the fire.
Hmm.
I felt like if I had any spare time, I need to either be working on my business or
Yeah.
our podcast,
Hmm.
my books that I have that I've written. They're not perfect. And I find like I'm constantly tweaking. It's not right. It's not ready for
Yeah.
the masses. I am grateful to God. Like, you know, I am literally on my third promotion at work. And I'm like,
Yes.
God, I
Yes.
thank you. But that requires, thank you, friend.
Yeah.
That requires me to be in a good mind space. They're expecting
Absolutely.
me to help run an entire education institution. So I
Hmm.
can't be exhausted, but I'm thinking about that, thinking about emails and work and class
Yeah.
and instructors and students and I just started honestly incorporating naps. Like the Lord was like, just lay down,
Yeah. Yeah.
and I went back to when Jesus was asleep on the pillow,
Hmm.
in the middle of the sea. And
Hmm.
everybody thought, wait a minute, we
Oh, yeah.
finna die and you sleep. It's like, no, because you have to know the authority that you carry.
Yes. Yes.
And
Yes.
I realize like if I don't rest, I'm not good to anybody. I'm not good to
Yes.
myself, my family, my
Hmm.
job, everything that I want to
Hmm.
do. So giving myself permission to rest and realizing that rest is a strategy. It's not a reward. I used to think, no, how can I go to sleep? I have all this stuff to do.
Yeah.
And then it's like, I've said this on this podcast before. I don't go to bed with a dirty kitchen. So,
Yeah.
my son is a night owl. He be up cooking chicken, all this stuff. So now my nerves is like, did you clean the kitchen? Is everything wiped down?
Hmm.
Did we wipe down the bathroom? The house
Yeah.
has to be ready for in the morning. And even my husband just told me recently, because I was going through that cycle, Is the house ready? Did you cooked? Is it clean?
Yeah.
When I wake up, that kitchen better be spotless. He said, baby,
Yeah.
just lay down. We got it. Baby, just lay down. You know, and realizing that for all of you out there, rest is the
Hmm.
strategy.
It
Rest is
is.
a weapon of war.
Hmm.
And you are not good to anyone if you do not sleep. So
Yes.
that
Yes.
is a lesson that I've learned. And if you know me,
Yeah.
that's a big lesson for me because I
Yeah.
can be up and be working, legitimately
Hmm.
working, getting stuff
Hmm.
done.
Yeah.
But I'm going to go to bed, y'all.
No, I hear you. And rest allows you to reset your mind, reset your body,
Hmm.
not getting, enough sleep, enough rest will cause harm to your body. You getting up the
Yeah.
next day and you still tired. You're like, but I just woke up. But you got like 4 hours of sleep, or you
Still
got 6 or 7 hours, but the 6 and 7 hours you tossed and turned, whatever. So no, it does cause your body and your mind to reset itself. So it is needed. But one thing, it's funny with that rest part, I have to learn to take naps. I'm still in this mindset like I can't take a nap. I can't take a nap because if I take a nap, it's going to take too long for me to fall asleep. I'm going to sleep too long. So no, I'm just going to stay up. I'm going to stay up and do, stay up and
Hmm.
do, stay up and
Hmm.
do. It's like, no, girl, you don't go get somewhere, sit down somewhere, and take you a nap. My coworkers all the time, like, yep, I'm gonna take me a 30-minute nap. What? And you gonna get back on? Like, yep, I'm gonna set my alarm. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. I need to, get my mind together. I need to rest my mind. I need to do this. Yeah, I'm learning that when I read. The going to sleep part. Oh yeah, I'm gonna do that. But it's like those small breaks in between. And then also when you're sitting down, your hands don't always have to be busy. Like, okay, I
Right.
gotta
That's
do
what I'm
something.
saying.
Okay, okay, what TikTok we're gonna put out? Okay, wait, I need to write this post. And I'm thinking that's small stuff, but your mind's still going. I'm
It's
supposed to be
still
watching a
going.
movie with my husband, but I'm like, okay, wait, okay,
I'm
yeah,
bad about that. I'm telling you,
yeah,
one day I literally did
mm-hmm,
this. I just sat on my bed. Then I was like, okay. I got up. I started walking around and I heard God say, just lay down. And I went and laid
yeah,
down because I didn't think I was
mm-hmm,
going to go to sleep. Because, like you,
mm-hmm,
I don't take naps.
yeah,
I
yeah,
went to sleep. I went to sleep for like 45 minutes. And my husband was like,
yeah,
you was asleep. I said, I was asleep. But my body needed that.
yes,
It
yep,
needed that. So, yes.
yep, yes, no, that's a good one. That is a good one. My next one is get better and do better for yourself. That's what I learned, that I needed to get better, so that I can do better for myself. In the sense of that we have to make sure that we are getting over things quickly. I know we say, you need to take your time to process things and all of that. Absolutely. Um, but we can't ponder on things and on people so long that we are not getting better. Because the longer
Right.
you ponder on something and you think about why did they do that? They shouldn't have did that. Why did they do me wrong? They have moved on. You have to hurry up and forgive quickly and get better so
Ooh,
that you can do better for yourself.
that's
So even
so
with
good.
ourselves, we have to get past ourselves. We got to get past all of these excuses, that we make for ourselves. We have to move on quickly so then that we're able to refocus our focus and focus on ourselves.
I like that.
It's much work. It's a lot of things that we have to do that God wants us to do, in our personal lives, in our businesses, in our ministries, things that we want to do with our families. People, you want to go on vacation, you want to be able to just hang out, you want to expand your education, you want to start a whatever it is. It's hard to focus on those new things when you focus in on this little stuff over here. It's like that's where the enemy wants us to be. That's what he wants us to dwell on, the negative stuff. Again, that could even be your own personal stuff. Well,
That's
I didn't do it the last time, and it didn't work out the last time. So you're stuck right here. No, get over it quickly. Okay, I messed up. Shouldn't have done that. God forgive me. You forgive me. What's the new plan, Lord? And move on quickly so that you can do more and you can do better for yourself. And then you're doing better for yourself and you feeling better and you're getting in a place where you're embracing yourself. Now you're good for the people. You're good for the people, but
Yeah.
it gotta start with you. It really, really does have to start with you. So again, that was another lesson that I learned this year that I need to get over people and get over things rather quickly. Now, don't get me wrong, sometimes it's even with the forgiving part, forgive, and of course, sometimes you might not always forget because it's like sometimes you got to kind of keep it right there so you won't do that thing again. But go ahead and forgive quickly and move on. It's just best for you. It's not
Hmm.
even about the people, it's for you. So yes.
I like that. Yeah, I
Yeah.
know I went through that whole thing with like the forgiveness, so I understand
Mm-hmm.
that
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
my next lesson is everything doesn't deserve same day energy.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
a good one.
I'm telling you,
Yeah.
I really saw myself in 2025. It says, for me, I had to learn task delegation. I had to learn task management, and then I had to learn some things just aren't my emergency. Some
Yeah.
things just doesn't deserve like my urgency. Other things need to be scheduled with
Yeah.
me. And so really 2025 taught me that I have to stop treating every request,
Hmm.
I'm sorry, like it's emergency. Just
Yeah.
because it's loud, it doesn't mean it's important. And
No,
I was
that's
guilty.
true.
Yeah, I was guilty of that. Like, oh, you want me to do that? Oh, let me do that. Oh, you want me to do that? And I didn't like that about myself because I felt like I was
Hmm.
like jumping for everybody because I look at myself as like someone that's efficient and
Hmm.
consistent.
Yeah.
I'm consistent. My boss just literally told me that. She was like, "You are consistent. I'm consistent in my work. I'm consistent."
Yeah.
And I want that. So if someone's asking me for something and they give me a deadline, I'm consistent, right? And so I had to learn, wait a minute, why am I doing that? I have an assistant. Why am I doing that? I can do that tomorrow. Like this is on
Hmm.
my to-do list. Just
Yeah.
learning that everything, no matter what realm it's in, because I wear a
Yes.
lot of different hats. And sometimes at one time I was wearing 10, 12 hats, trying to
Yes.
please all these people.
Hmm.
And I really didn't like that, at all. And I wrote this down because I didn't want to lose it. Um, Irene, choose peace over people pleasing and choose obedience over overextension.
That's
I
good.
had to write that down for myself because I was overextending myself.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's going to go into my next goal. I mean, my next lesson learned. I'm sorry, after you go.
Yeah.
This is a direct, because I went through this, it was the direct lesson of what I also learned and
Yeah.
a goal of what I will continue moving forward because I
Yeah.
realized I was overextending myself. And
Yeah.
remember, I talked
Yeah.
about that having that peace early. I'm like, no, 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 no,
Hmm.
no, no. I'm going to choose peace. This is something you're asking me to do. I can get it back to you at this
Yes.
time.
Yep.
I
Yep.
was making everything an emergency and everything doesn't
Yeah.
just need to be. So,
No, that's good. That's good. That's good. Um, it can be hard though, but no.
well,
We
no, it
like, okay,
can be.
who can I get to do that? Because a lot of times I'm saying, who can I get to do that? Forget it, I'll just do it.
Right? I mean,
Knowing his options was like, nah, I just do it. Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah,
understand.
yeah. No, that's a good one. Delegate. Uh, so my next one is talking about that peace. I've learned that peace doesn't start. I actually read this and I'm like, that's good. That peace doesn't start when the storm stops. Peace start when Jesus speaks.
I just said Jesus was asleep in the boat
Hmm.
on a
Hmm.
pillow.
Yes, yes.
And it was a
So
storm.
yes, yes, yes. So the big lesson was that sometimes he won't remove the storm immediately, but he will remind me who's in the midst of it. So storm is still there. I mean, I am still in the midst of a storm, but I'm at peace. I am. Every now and then, the enemy, he'll try to rub me the wrong way and he'll try to throw me off, but it's like, you don't know who my daddy is.
Hmm.
You don't know who my daddy is. So I have to continue. Here's another thing. It's pulling me closer to him.
Yeah.
That's where my peace is. My peace lies in him. And even in the midst of everything that's going on, God is the wind. Baby, he's the wind. He's the rain, all that turbulence that's going on. Baby, he's all of that. And whenever he wants to, he can say, peace be still. Whenever. So I am at the point where it's like, okay, no, I just need the peace of God. And I am recognizing when I read this that peace doesn't start when the storm stops. Peace starts when Jesus speaks, and Jesus has spoken.
Because this is a thing too, to your point, is
Yeah.
we have to know who we are in the
Hmm.
position of things. Like, you know what I'm
Yes.
saying?
Yes.
Because just like Jesus spoke to the storm,
Hmm.
rebuked the wind,
Hmm.
we have that same authority
We do.
to do
We do.
that. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
yeah, that's
Yep.
good. Just like knowing who
Yeah.
we are and operating in.
Knowing who we are. And knowing the fact is that even if he doesn't remove it, like you can be in the midst of something sometimes for years. Years can go on. Sometimes it could be quick. It could be a quick little rainstorm. And then other times it can be a big storm and it will last a bit. But
Right.
just having the peace of God, all of this is going on around you, having the peace of God, knowing that God is taking care of all of it and He's in control. So, yeah,
Mhm.
yes,
Oh, I like that. I really do. My
yeah,
This is my next to the
yeah.
last. My next to
Hmm.
the last.
Hmm. Hmm.
Lesson learned and goal for
Hmm.
2026. I'm gonna continue this on
Yeah,
2026 is
yes,
creating like healthy boundaries and developing healthy relationships in my friendships. So just
yes,
clarify what my expectations are. One thing I realized about me is sometimes my disappointment is because my expectation is different than other
yeah.
people,
Oh,
right?
yes,
So
yes,
just healthy boundaries, creating
yes.
healthy relationships, clarifying my uh, expectations, and understanding for me, and I want to set
Hmm.
the same for my friends or my work, whatever
Yeah,
it is, that me setting boundaries is not being selfish. It's me being a good
yes,
steward, you know,
yes,
and understanding this is how God was explaining it to me, because I really struggled with this, especially with my family. I have
yeah,
to say that it's really with my family with this boundaries is boundaries are how you honor what God has entrusted you with.
yeah.
And God entrusted me with being a good wife, a good
Hmm.
mother. You know, he gave me the same 24 hours in a day. You know,
Yes.
I'm a good steward of my time. You know, I'm
Hmm.
active in my church. And these
Yeah,
time stealers, want to
yeah,
steal my time. And they're really, my thing is like, if it doesn't help me move my purpose along,
yeah,
then 9 out of 10 times it's going to be a no for me.
yeah,
I
yeah.
realize that setting healthy boundaries is just being a good steward over my time. And
Yes.
so, boundaries don't are necessarily, I don't want to I'm not setting boundaries to treat people poorly or to push people away.
Yes.
I'm
Hmm.
setting
Hmm.
boundaries because I need to teach other people how to treat me and how to value
Yes.
me and my time. And so
Yes.
that's what I'm on. And I've made the stance that I'm not even going energy for energy, Karan. I'm not even doing
Yeah.
that. Like, I'm not even
You're
entertaining,
not you're
oh,
not gonna get them what they give you?
no. my thing is if I feel like
Yeah.
you don't want me around, if I feel like you're not
Any
happy to
indication?
see me, any
Uh-uh.
and you're not happy to see me, I don't bring you joy when I come around,
Yeah.
you hesitate, like you don't want to be around me, you won't have to worry about that.
Right,
That's
right,
what I'm
right,
doing. It
right.
ain't even
Yeah.
about reciprocating energy. It's about setting boundaries because I've let
Yes.
a lot of things slide, I think, and that's my
Mm-hmm.
own fault. And
Yeah.
I want to see this year be different. And to your point, that loyalty, I want to be around people that want to be around me.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? I want you to want to be around me. And so,
Mm-hmm.
and you know this, Kiran. I mean, we are similar in this. Like we love our
Yes.
friends, we love our family.
Yeah.
We're both extremely loyal.
Mm-hmm.
It's not always reciprocated. And
Yeah. Yeah.
oftentimes we're pouring out more than we're getting in. And so I think when I sat down and thought about what I've learned in
Mm-hmm.
2025, I really sat down and I thought about it.
Yeah.
And I thought about how I got to where I am and and things like that. And you're always reflective towards the end of the year. I was like, you
Mm-hmm.
know what? This is the one thing, one of the major things that I'm going to do, and that's set boundaries with relationships and create healthier relationships. This
Yeah.
podcast is all about friendships and relationships. And
Yes.
Kiran and I have a very good, healthy friendship,
Mm-hmm.
and I want that with all of my relationships too.
Yes.
And I realize that starts with me creating boundaries so I can help people, teach people how to treat me and how
That's
to
good.
value me. Right. So that's
Yes.
my
That's
thing, is
good.
like I, as harsh as it sounds, and I know that it
Mm-hmm.
sounds harsh, but I'm going to be general. A dear friend of mine, literally, I watched her walk through this with another friend where she
Yeah.
realized this person wasn't really her friend.
Yeah.
And they
Yeah.
got 20 plus years in the game. And she cried to me like all this time, she just was not for me.
Yeah.
And so I was thinking about all that. So now I'm like, if I feel like you don't want me around, or you
Mm-hmm.
have this, you can tell when people, when they hesitate. If I get, like
Yeah.
Karen said,
Yeah.
indication, you don't light up when I walk in the room and you want, baby, you ain't got to worry about it. That TikTok, you ain't
Mm-hmm.
got to worry about me. You ain't got to worry about me. And I think, and that is me setting a boundary,
Mm.
because I would have done it before, forced a
Yeah.
conversation.
Yeah.
I would have
Yeah.
done it, forced a
Mm-hmm.
conversation, tried to make it work, tried to figure it out. I'm not doing that anymore. This
Girl, I'm with you. I'm with you. I want to be around people that want to be around me. I'm with you on it. Like when I said any indication, I'm feeling like she looking at me. Is it me? Girl, it ain't you. No, you saw that. You saw how she was looking. Yeah, watch it. Watch all the signs.
No, Karan,
Watch all the
remember?
signs.
Karan will do that in a heartbeat. I'm gonna tell you something. We asked this person to go out, and they said, "Now y'all thinking about me? Now y'all." Karan said, "How about no? We not ever asking you again." And I was like, well, it
Mm-mm,
is like, no, we no.
mm-mm. We good. Look, as they said, you gave the wrong energy. I'm good. That was a big clue for me.
Oh yeah.
Mm-mm. No, you won't get asked again. No,
Yeah.
no. Mm-mm. No, look, y'all better recognize all of the signs, recognize all of the signs. But no, setting good boundaries and good healthy boundaries. We
Yeah.
all need to make sure that we are doing that. And I like how you said you're setting it not to be mean, but to teach people how to treat you.
Hmm.
That's
Absolutely.
good.
Yeah.
Let me start doing that. This is how you gonna treat me.
But that's the thing, because you have a good
No, it's
heart,
true.
and
Yeah.
people, when they have good hearts,
Yeah.
and I've noticed it more and more and more, and without
Yeah.
saying too much, I've had out of body experiences where I've watched
Hmm.
myself get disregarded. And I'm
Yeah,
like, oh, baby,
yeah.
I've been too good to you. I have been
Right,
too
right.
good to you to
Hmm.
treat me that way. But I
Hmm.
got you now. You know what I'm saying? I got you. And I think that when you're a good hearted person
Hmm.
like you, you're
Hmm.
open, you're warm. People don't appreciate it. So now
Yep,
it's like,
yep.
now I've learned and I've seen it enough times that
Yes.
you really just have to, like, well, I'm just going to help you understand how to treat me. And if that means
Hmm.
we're not talking anymore, then we're just not talking anymore. But I'm going to set
Yeah.
a clear boundary. So, yeah.
No, that's good.
Join us next week for part two. Thanks for joining us today. See you next time.